Hi there, today I wanted to talk about this tip in Microsoft Teams, which is just about adding sections to your current team channel. So last time I talked about channels in Teams, so you can see under our Tech Support Center we've got all these different channels which define different areas that we're working on, and there's actually heaps here. So if I go 6 more channels, sometimes if there's a lot you have to do that. And you can see in bold which one has changed, and so we've got all these channels going here. In each channel we have our conversation, we have files, and we can have other things along here as well. So if you hit the plus sign, this gives you a lot of options of things that you can add to this navigation inside a channel. So you can add a document, you can add an Excel, a form which is like a quiz, you can add a OneNote in here, a PDF file, and they will all appear in their own tab in there. So you've got all of these different options. Could just be a website, a Word document, a YouTube video, and that sort of thing. So it gives you all these options for adding things in your team and displaying them in a separate tab here. Okay, so here's an example in our coding team. Of course, we've got conversations, we've got files in there. I've created a wiki, which I've called meeting notes. Now, a wiki is just somewhere where we can collaboratively add stuff within here in Teams. So you could do this in a OneNote if you wanted to, but I'm just testing out Teams. So we've got our notes here for different meeting, and anybody on the team can go in here and they can edit this section here. So the next tab here is called Coding Across the College. So when I select that, you can see this is just a Word document that has been added as a tab. So this was a Word document in the file section. I've added it here, so I can browse through this Word document here and look at it, or I've also got editing options over here. So I can edit it in Teams. So this document can be edited directly within Teams by anyone that's a member of the team, or I could edit it in Word or edit it in Word Online as well. So that's an example of a Word document. So if I go to this tab here, this is just a PDF. So unlike a Word, this is a PDF document that I had in files. I just said add PDF, and there it is. So the PDF can display here directly within Teams. I can zoom in, etc., etc. So rather than going to the Files tab, you can make it real easy just by making it a tab here, and people can read the PDF from within there. So it's simple as hitting that little plus button there, which is add a tab. Then I can choose PDF, and you can see all the PDFs that I have in this case I'm in the general channel at the moment. Okay, so you can see all the PDFs to be added. I could then choose one that I wanted to display, and then it would appear just like that one there. You can see down here, post to the channel about this tab, so that will just post on the main conversation space that this PDF has been added to the channel. One of the other options here is YouTube. So if I select YouTube to add a tab in, this is just going to ask me, the first time you do this, we're going to install this on the team. So just click on install. So you can actually search for a YouTube video within here, and it will give you all of the different variations based on that search term that you put in there. So you can search and choose a video that you want to put in here, or you can just paste in the link that I've got. So let's say I've already got a link from YouTube that I know. If I just paste that in and press return, it'll find that video there. Okay, so that's the one that I want, and I'm just going to click on save. So you can now see my YouTube video appears here as a tab in my team, which is great. Now if I want to, I've got some options. Just that little down arrow, I can rename it. So I can just, rather than the name that comes from YouTube by default, I can rename it to whatever it is that I like. Another cool thing to add here is website. This is really, really cool. So if I just add a website, basically I just give a link here, call it whatever I like. Let's call this Google. Let's make this a real easy one. So I can paste the link in there, or I can just type it in. So this is just going to go to Google, and again, I don't want to post a channel about this, and just click on save. And now you can see the Google website is loading directly here as a tab in Teams, and I can search, and this is the Google website live. So you can think any website that you want students to go to, you could just make it a tab here. If it's something that you go to often, let's say for example if you're running quizzes through Kahoot or Quizizz, you could add the web page that students have to go to at the start of their Kahoot or Quizizz and just put it in there, and then every time the students go there, the website would be there ready to go. They don't have to go off and find it somewhere else. So that's a great little option there. So here in Teams we can add lots of tabs along the top in any channel of all different kinds of varieties. So there's our Teams tip.